shit show. Okay, welcome back to another exciting edition of CWS, Cooking with Steve. We have a little shit show. Storms are over, earthquake's done, at least for now. Third storm is on the way. The last storm was much bigger, but hit Luzon, north of Manila, up in the northernmost island and most populous island, second largest island. Apparently a lot of damage, but only a few deaths here in the storm here. Last count I saw was 250 deaths, mostly from flooding. And there was, and I don't get involved in the local politics here, it's not my business, but there was a woman, I don't know if she was arrested or just held or questioned, but she does flood control work. Her and her husband are contractors, from what I've heard, only secondhand. But apparently a lot of shadow contracting where they have the contracts and the money, but no work. And they caught her with 40 Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Rolls Royces, real high-end cars, 40 of them. And there really aren't roads in the Philippines where you could put 40 supercars at a time on and drive them. Or where you could, there aren't many places where you could drive them faster than you could ride a bicycle. So kind of suspicious when they have that many. But apparently a Lamborghini, if you stack them up, will hold water. So I guess they were using them as flood control, maybe, and they're fast, so you could, if you see a flood coming, you could drive them real quick to where the flood is, park them in a row, divert the water. I guess that was the plan. Didn't work, but that's just one of those things. A lot of damage here in Cebu, mainly mud, water, flooding. Street here, I don't know if this picture doesn't show. I didn't take a very good picture, but there was just mud on both sides of the road. They were using bucket loaders, just slopping it around, piled on the sidewalk, let it dry, pile it back on the road, and scoop it up. I went to Carbon Market, very dusty on the way there. Nasty, I don't know. And it just, like, I saw videos, just water flooding through the streets. Pretty bad when you live there because you have nowhere to go. I'm up here in a tall building. Philippines is like everywhere else in the world. If you have enough money, you can avoid problems. And if you also remember where there's flooding, you can avoid problems. As they say, what do they say? Life is like a shit sandwich. The more bread you have, the less shit you have to eat. Still true. And those of you people, I recall last episode, some of you were complaining about back in 2008, Obama was saying Mitt Romney is too radical for America. So, for those of you who thought Mitt Romney was too radical for America, there's what you get. Mount Trump more. Romney's too radical. Oh, you thought he was a little offensive, racist, sexist, calling women binders. Yeah, look who you got now. Ooh, orange man on a mountain. Orange man on a mountain. So I'm sorry. Oh, I know it's hard to look at. Oh, cry. Oh, kitty. You need to get a little kitty for your therapy animal. Yeah, that's about. Now, and another. We're not going to dwell on this forever. I've still continuing my medication. Got to blur that. We're not probably allowed to show wine or medicine on a YouTube channel. But and I'm hoping with that music at the beginning, and we've got more music coming up. I hope that doesn't get me kicked off from copyright issue. I use my phone, play the music into the microphone here, and let me tell you that took 30 minutes to figure out how to do that. Oof, not my thing. But I'm hoping that's unclear enough to where it won't get picked up. But I did already got one strike, as you recall from the Taylor Swift video, where I put a baggie over my head because I couldn't listen to that music anymore, and I got a strike for being self-harm and eating disorders, something like that. Like eating disorders. This is a cooking show. Wholesome. This is a family wholesome entertainment. But then now, okay, new feature here, our regular feature, a fan favorite. This day in history. I am working on some music. I do make my own music so that I can avoid the copyright. This day in history, 50 years ago, the Edmund Fitzgerald went down in Lake Superior on the way from Canada to some city in the U.S. that is no longer producing steel, but they were hauling iron ore, big load, and of course, Gordon Lightfoot and the famous song. We'll listen to that a little bit.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy.
And Gordon Lightfoot, many other songs, just died a couple years ago. Hard partier, hard drinker, from what I've heard. Not that I condone that. Although he may have been medicated. Okay, so the flood, the whole calamity here, any kind of a natural disaster is referred to as a calamity, and I always say the real calamity comes when the government gets involved in trying to help things. And like I say, and it is just like kind of sad. But Filipinos very resilient, picking up the pieces and moving on. Reassemble that bamboo back into a house. And I've seen some other storms here where it's like 300 people die, and then there's $780,000 worth of property damage. And you start doing that math: 600 people, 785. Those houses are not very expensive. And I've heard from other people some of my messages on my Instagram message or whatever other app I might have, maybe just Yahoo email, that they should build houses in other places. And I try to explain to a Westerner that doesn't know the realities of the world, you can't build a house in another place when your budget for the land is like $4 per month. So you have to build where nobody else wants to build. And then, hope for the best. And you're not going to build like a real expensive house. Hopefully they're not, they don't have a big upholstered sofa that they've got payments on. It's really hard to dry those sofas out. But life goes on, and we'll hope the weather gets a little better and we don't have another storm hit us. And there is one coming. The weather forecasting is very hard. All the reports I got were 18 hours old. So I'm just always prepared and hope for the best. All right, but we'll be getting back at you with some more action-packed videos, informative, and try to be a little entertaining. And let me know if you like that This Day in History feature, because we've got more of that. I can just listen to someone else's podcast and repeat it. Or anything else you'd like. But remember, always leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Anything, negative comments better than no comment at all. And just say something in the comment section where you're listening from. We have a listener from not Puerto Rico, the other one. The other port is something or other. Portugal. Yeah. I can't tell. They all seems like it's the same thing. As Trump would say, Mexicans. And, there are some good Mexicans. They're not all rapists and murderers. I guess there's some Portuguese Mexicans. Fine people, I'm sure. And if I had a lawn to mow here, I'd hire me a Portuguese or a Mexican. But and I'm in a condo, no lawn. Oh, did we get an alert on that? Possibly insensitive comment? I'll review that. We might edit that out. I'll see. But again, great seeing everybody, and everything's safe and sound here. I'm high and dry, or at least high. Being up on the top floor. But thank you very much.